Oh, hey, indeed, and welcome into the guest room. I'm your host, Mike. That's Andy over there.
Fresh.
That's Katie.
Vegetables.
And that's Matthew.
Sold.
Here.
No, I think that was like an auctioneer.
Ah,
Gross.
Vegetables, go once, go twice.
No one bid on that.
there's just not even a price. It's just sold. Hey, listeners. It is a trivia podcast and also a vegetable podcast.
I'm done. I'm just done.
Oh, this is where the podcast ends.
What is your favorite vegetable, Andy?
Probably broccoli.
I like broccolini.
Oh, that's good too.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah.
More than broccoli?
Yeah,
So you prefer more of the stem?
but you can spread flavor better because
Yeah.
it's a flatter vegetable.
Yeah.
I feel
It's-
like
it's-
flavor clings more to the florets of broccoli.
But the stem
Yeah.
is so stemular in
Yeah.
broccoli.
It's kind of like a mix between asparagus and broccoli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta
Matthew?
go with corn. It's like the most fruity of all
That's
the
the
vegetables.
101 of vegetables for me.
You roast it, you put butter and salt on it.
And
Very
it
tough
comes
to
out
beat.
the same way it went in.
I believe a quote from Mike on I believe a quote from Mike on this podcast about corn was, "Corn seems like a fruit because it's good."
Man, I like that guy.
Big lump with knobs.
Not everybody has to like it for it to be the best.
That kid's great.
Or in the words of Robert Duvall, corn, corn, corn. Nothing but corn.
What's that from? Secondhand Lion?
Yeah, secondhand
Oh,
lions.
really?
Yeah.
That's the only movie I could think of with corn.
Listeners, we are playing some games today, and there's the secret phrase game, which shockingly hasn't been said yet. You need to listen for a secret phrase muttered and uttered by one of the four of us.
Muddled.
And then also, we're going to be playing a game called Jeopardy, but we don't like that name. So instead, we renamed it to be a Jepisode. Today's Jepisode has been brought to us by Matthew.
Hello.
Matthew, would you tinsel us through your categories?
Yes, so it is that time of year. So the categories are going to be
Love Memorial Day.
Depends on when Katie gets this out. Hopefully it's still Christmas time. And this is about one of the greatest Christmas movies, which is Home Alone. So our categories are, first one is Kevin, You Are Such a Disease.
Yes. Is this fictional Kevin's?
I really couldn't say, but we'll see. The second category is Kevin with an exclamation point and all in all caps, if you wouldn't mind. The third category is a lovely cheese pizza just for me. The fourth category is when I grow up and get married, I'm living alone.
Nice. That's great.
The fifth category is this is my house. I have to defend it.
Isn't that from the third one?
No, he says it in the first one. And the sixth category is keep the change, you filthy animal.
Nice.
All right. Andy, why don't you go ahead and start
No,
us
hold
off?
on.
I was waiting for look what you did, you little jerk.
What was the fourth? When I grow.
When I grow up and get married, I'm going to live alone.
When I grow up and get married, I'm living alone.
Okay. Hold on.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh. By the way, Andy's daughter today said she thought I was old because I had gray hairs
Oopsies.
in my goatee. So
Nice.
There you go.
At least you still have your hairs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But they're numbered.
Okay. I think it's good.
Does anyone shave their head to hide that they're aging?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Those of us who bald.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean more about the balding pattern, but the color of the hair.
No, I think
Oh.
most people like the salt and pepper this going on.
Yeah.
Except for Finley.
Yeah. Apparently she is not a fan.
She didn't say she didn't like it. She just thought I was old.
Well, I'm just glad that she said that to you and like not to me, which means, you know, like
She
like
still
she
thinks you're young
like
and
she wasn't
spry.
used to it. So it's like, oh, okay, maybe I don't have any.
I think I have more gray than you do.
Oh no, I got a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Well, I don't have a lot of hair. Thank you very much. But
That's not what I was saying.
did you say I had to go first?
You do.
Let's go. When I grow up and get married, I'm living alone for
When I
100.
grew up and get married, I'm living alone. So these are 6 of the most famous celebrity divorces, according to a
Oh.
Vogue article.
Whoa.
Wow.
Don't worry. I have this written down. Don't worry. I put clues in the question.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay.
All right. So for 100, these 2 celebrities twice adopted a kid, man, but it turned out the real Mission Impossible was staying married despite Katie.
I don't know
Tom
who-
Cruise and Nicole Kidman.
Very
Wow.
good. Staying married despite pressure from the Church of Scientology.
That still took me a while.
200. I didn't know they were married.
Well, they were, but not anymore.
Oh, yeah.
She was his
touchy subject. Okay.
She was his special friend, but then she got a pit in her stomach.
Katie,
Katie.
Brad Pitt, and Jennifer Aniston.
Very good. When she heard about his possible infidelity with Angelina Jolie.
300.
KD, turns out he's good with celebrity
Who knew?
plays on words.
Yeah.
For 300, these 2 celebrities apparently had an inability to parlay as their disputes led to one of the most
Mike.
widely... Mike,
Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
very good. One of the most widely covered trials in recent history.
400.
These 2 celebrities now are better known as a Dun King for Dunkin' Donuts and a brunette spokesperson for Capital One.
Katie,
Katie.
Affleck, and I don't really know her name. Garner.
That is correct. Ben
Let's
Affleck
go.
and Jennifer Garner. Back in the day, they met on the set of Pearl Harbor.
500.
She first became famous in Dawson's Creek, and he eventually proclaimed his love for her while jumping on Oprah's couch. But Scientology got involved, and the rest is elementary, my dear Watson.
I don't know her name.
I don't know her name either.
I don't know anything about her.
Like when you say the name, I'll be like, oh yeah, I know that name. But
She first became famous in Dawson's Creek, and he eventually proclaimed his love for her while jumping on Oprah's couch. But Scientology got involved, and the rest is elementary, my dear Watson.
oh, no, that's not her name. Is that her maiden name? Oh, Watson? No,
Emma?
no, that's not it.
It's not her.
No.
Mike,
Mike,
Tom Cruise and Kate Holmes.
that is correct. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes. Elementary, my dear Watson, is the Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, I thought she played.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was on a
Wow,
Robert
Holmes.
Downey Jr. track.
I just need
one.
to jump
Good
in on the
job.
couch. Who was?
Living alone for 600.
It would be crazy for you to think that a material girl and a man whose name literally sounds like man who is wealthy-ish wouldn't work out. But life has a way of snatching up love sometimes, and these 2 ended up divorced.
Repeat.
It would be crazy for you to think that a material girl and a man whose name literally sounds like, quote, man who is wealthy-ish, unquote, wouldn't work out. But life has a way of snatching up love sometimes, and these 2 ended up divorced.
Whose last name is Richmond-ish?
Andy,
Andy,
Madonna, and Guy Ritchie.
that is correct.
Oh.
Very nicely done.
Whoa.
I could not figure out his name, and once you said like, "Oh, who has Richard?" It like clicked. Thanks,
Yeah,
Katie.
There you go.
You're welcome.
Well,
I
you
don't
were
even know
giving,
who that
you were
is.
giving
Wow.
Katie enough answers last
Wow.
board.
Okay.
I'm shocked that we got all of those correct.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. Nicely done.
Let's go. Kevin, you are such a disease for 100.
Kevin, you are such a disease. These are diseases named after people. So, for example, Huntington's.
Okay.
That was
Okay.
one I couldn't get a good clue for. The man this disease was named after once described himself as the luckiest
Andy.
man. Andy.
The Lou Gehrig's
Lou
disease.
Gehrig is correct. On the luckiest man on the face of the earth to a packed Yankee Stadium.
200.
A German psychiatrist first described this disease in 1906, but almost everyone has forgotten his
Mike.
first name. Mike.
Alzheimer.
Alzheimer's is correct.
300.
More people may know this disease as Muhammad Ali's disease, but
Andy.
it's correct. Andy.
Parkinson's.
Parkinson's is correct.
400.
Weirdly, although getting a named disease usually is a bad thing, you're worse off if you get the non-version of this type of lymphoma.
Katie?
Hey, Katie.
Hodgkin's.
Hodgkin's is correct. Yeah. Katie, you are up.
That was 4.
That was 400, yeah.
5.
A British physician, say that 10 times fast, first described this syndrome in 1866, but there's no indication he was on a water ship or a Black Hawk at the time.
Repeat.
A British physician first described this syndrome in 1866, but there's no indication he was on a water ship or a Black Hawk at the time.
Water ship?
It's a boat.
Oh. Water ship? Or a Black Hawk?
That's a helicopter.
Oh, really?
All right.
Boop, boop, boop.
We're looking for Down syndrome.
Mm.
Watership Down is a great book. Black Hawk Down is a pretty
movie.
intense movie.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, you're right. Intense, more than great.
It's very intense. All right. Whoever got Hodgkin's, I think, is Katie.
600.
All right, 600. An American gastroenterologist first described this bowel disease in 1932.
What do you talk about when you talk about your
Mike.
bad bowel,
Mike.
Mike?
Crohn's.
Crohn's is
that's
correct.
what you
Wow,
call
good
it.
job.
All right. Mike, the board is yours.
Kevin for 100.
Kevin! These are people named Kevin. So, for example, this Kevin appeared in Bull Durham, would be Kevin Costner.
Glad that was the example.
Yep. Didn't know
That's
that.
why it's the example
Didn't
one.
know that one.
All right. For 100, this Kevin appeared in Jumanji.
Kitty.
Katie,
Heart.
Hart is correct.
Oh, the new one.
Yep.
There's a time on this podcast where O'Brien said, "Oh, the new Jumanji."
Yeah.
Kevin Hart or Heaven Cart, I believe.
All right. Katie,
200.
this Kevin appeared in the NBA Finals in
Andy.
2017. Andy
Durant.
Durant is correct.
300.
This Kevin appeared in Apollo 13.
What's his name?
Katie.
Katie.
Spacey?
That is incorrect.
That sounded
Space.
like too much of a pun.
Bacon?
Bacon is correct. Kevin Bacon.
Didn't know if that was him.
Yeah,
The
he's
astronaut
good at
who
movie
stays
questions.
behind.
Okay. 400.
This Kevin appeared in the NBA Finals in 2008.
Kitty.
Katie,
Garnett.
Garnett is correct.
Oh,
500.
nice.
This Kevin appeared in Hitch.
Mike.
Mike,
James.
Kevin James is correct.
Don't know who that is.
Really? King of Queens? Is that him?
Oh,
Yeah.
I know who that is.
Paul
Mall
Blart
Cop guy.
Mall Cop?
Paul Blart.
Yeah, okay.
This is the stupidest
This,
movie ever.
Here comes the boom. 600.
This Kevin appeared in the NBA Finals in 1993.
Andy
Andy
Johnson.
Johnson, Kevin Johnson.
Wow.
That was close.
All right. Through 3 categories, Mike, what are our scores?
Yeah, scores. Katie's got 1,300. Andy and Mike have 2,100 apiece.
Ooh, very close game.
Ooh.
All right, Andy, the board is yours.
Let's go a lovely cheese pizza just for me for 100.
These are all questions about cheese pizzas, different types of cheese pizzas or cheese pizzas from different places.
There's 600. There's 6 questions. There's 600.
I don't know about 600,
There's
but there
6
are,
questions about
I
cheese
managed
pizza.
to find
Wow.
6 different ones. So,
Jeez.
all right, here we go.
Cheese.
I see what you did there. This city's cheese pizza is best known as a deep dish pizza
Katie.
with a high. Katie,
Chicago.
Chicago is correct. With a high edge and sometimes tomatoes on top of the cheese.
200.
This city's cheese pizza is best known as having a characteristically large, hand-tossed thin crust suitable
Andy.
for Andy.
New York.
Yes,
City.
suitable for folding.
Andy does that to all his
I
pizza.
fold every pizza.
They all fold if you try hard enough.
Some are better for folding. than others.
Unless it's thin crust, then it doesn't really fold, but I still do it. It just breaks. 300.
This type of cheese pizza is best known for being thin and cooking rapidly in an oven heated to over 800 degrees. It does not involve 3 different types of ice cream.
Repeat.
This type of cheese pizza is best known for being
Katie.
thin. Katie,
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan is correct.
400.
This type of cheese pizza is best known for having a thick, pillowy dough.
Andy.
Andy,
Sicilian.
that is correct. And for
Wow.
being the type of pizza that you should never match wits with
Yeah,
when death is on the
there you
line.
500.
This city's cheese pizza is best known as having cheese that extends to the edges of the pan.
Katie.
Katie.
Detroit.
Detroit is correct.
It's
Really?
dark.
Wow.
Detroit style.
Yeah.
Creating a
Sorry.
fried
They just
cheese
burn the crust.
perimeter.
Dark.
All right.
600.
Pew, 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 pew.
Katie, the temptation's real.
Katie's got some soul
Katie
searching
loves
to do
Katie
after he
loves
got
pizza.
burned.
By the way, has he ever told you how much he loves Papa John's?
He does. He's their number one
Like,
fan.
number one
Yes,
fan.
Their biggest fan.
Yeah.
The Papa's number one fan.
Yeah.
What are the scores?
Yeah. So Mike,
Let me say epic stuffed crust. Epic stuffed crust.
Yeah, we knew it was you.
We knew it was you the whole time.
Mike has 2,100 still. Katie has 2,200. Andy has 2,700.
Ooh, what a close
Oh.
What are
game.
the other categories? I can't see them quite.
I have to defend it, filthy animal.
No.
This is my house. I have to defend it and keep the change.
Matthew, will you tell me what those are?
Well, one of them I pulled up songs on your laptop beforehand, so just keep that in mind.
Good. They're songs. Good to know.
This is my house song.
Katie, you love pizza,
I know, but
Katie-
these have gotten harder.
but you love it.
What would you
love
consider a filthy
pizza.
animal?
Sloth.
A sloth is a filthy animal?
No.
Sloths
Like
are very clean animals,
Yeah.
I'll have you know.
Yeah.
They're very misunderstood.
Like a cockroach.
Yeah, that's pretty filthy.
That's
a rat?
filthy.
A sloth?
Yeah.
I'm pretty
rat.
sure sloths are known to be like the stinkiest animals
No way.
Yeah.
That's not
because they move so slowly, like stuff
Oh,
can grow
because that
on
makes
them.
them stink because they move slow.
Because stuff can grow on them.
Stuff can grow on
Bet you
them.
dinosaurs are filthy
They get
animals.
bed sores.
What?
Wait, what?
Let's wager. Let's wager
All of it.
900.
Yeah.
900.
Oh, that's weak sauce.
This type of pizza is best known for having a thick and chewy crust that cooks up in a pan covered with olive oil. Some people can't tell the difference between types of pizza, so it's all this type of pizza to them.
Repeat.
This type of pizza is best known for having a thick and chewy crust that cooks up in a pan covered with olive oil. Some people can't tell the difference between types of pizza, so it's all this type of pizza to them.
Did you guys see the most recent Jurassic World movie?
No.
Speaking of filthy dinosaurs.
Pan fried.
Is that your final answer?
It has the word pan in it, and my wife prefers this kind, and I cannot think of another word other than fried. Pan style? Pan. Hold on.
They recycled the same plot in every Jurassic Park movie.
Let me guess. The dinosaurs.
It's like
They
the dinosaurs
escaped
take
again?
over, and then they have to figure out how to get rid of them and stop them from having babies.
I feel like this is vaguely familiar to like
their prehistoric ideas about Jurassic conception never work. They're always trying to get them to stop having babies, but they always take over the world.
I thought they were
We're
trying
just
to
gonna-
get them to have babies.
No, they
in the
do at
movies.
first, but then they start taking over the island,
but
and they're
what-
like, "Oh
what-
no, we got to get them to stop."
But how does that relate to cheese pizza? I'm just
No, we
trying
were talking about filthy animals.
This doesn't make any sense.
All right, Katie, I'm going to need an answer out of you.
Sorry, I was so distracted by that story or that
Understandable.
take. It's not
Did
pan
you say
fried.
contraception in there?
Yeah, they're trying to get them to stop having babies.
Okay, I thought I heard that word.
Pan.
Interesting.
I can picture it. In Domino's, it comes with a black box, and it says pan something.
I feel like this is from Step Brothers, where it's like pan.
All right, Katie,
Pam.
I'm gonna put you out of your misery here.
Pan fried.
We're looking for Greek.
Oh.
Greek. So
Never heard
It's
of
all
All-
Greek to me.
olive oil in the clue, and then it's all this type of pizza to them. It's all Greek. It's
You
all
never heard
Greek.
that saying?
Greek to
It's
me.
all Greek to
all
me.
Greek to me. All right.
it. I knew that was going to happen.
It's all pan fried to me.
I've heard it both ways.
There's your
Famous saying,
episode
yeah.
title.
No, you haven't, Sean. All right. Katie, the board is yours.
Filthy animal for 6.
Dinosaurs.
All right.
600? Wow.
For 6. Okay, here we go. So these are songs with change in the title. I'll give
With
you the
what? With what?
Change.
the word change in
Like
the title.
nickels,
Keep
quarters.
the change, you filthy animal.
Change.
So you have to identify the artist, but here's the little twist.
Scrinkle?
I'll give you an acronym
Oh.
for the artist. So you can solve it through the acronym. You can solve it through listening to the song title. And by the way, the Keep the Change, You Filthy Animal is not actually a real movie. I always thought that was a real movie growing up that he's watching on the screen,
Oh.
but it's
Oh,
a
really?
movie they made up just
They really
for the sake
made-
of Home
wow.
Alone. I know, doesn't it seem so much like a real movie?
But it does have a name, right? I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure there's.
Angels with Dark Hearts or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Something like that. All right. Okay. So for 600, so be on your toes. This song is called Change, and it's by, this is the acronym, Pray Catch, Man.
Acronym or
Anagram.
anagram?
Anagram. Thank you. Sorry. Andy.
Tracy Chapman.
Tracy Chapman is correct. 600 points for Andy.
Apparently, those are two words that go together.
Pray Catch, Man. All right, Andy, the board is yours.
Let's go 100.
Okay, 100. Starting a little lower here.
Yeah.
This song is called Change, and it's by an artist whose anagram is Twisty Flora.
Kitty?
Mike.
Katie.
Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift is correct. Twisty Flora.
Oh, that's who that is. I was like, I know that voice.
All right. Katie,
200.
200. This is Changes by View Dad Bio.
Andy.
Andy.
David Bowie.
David Bowie is correct. Nicely done.
Turn and face. Isn't that song?
I don't know.
I think it is.
The songs. You should know that by now.
Yeah, 300.
All right. This is The Times They Are a Changin' by Bald Boney.
Bald Boney.
Bald Boney.
I know that voice.
Isn't it like the Parenthood guy? Like the song for Parenthood?
No, it's by Bald Boney. All right. Gonna time you out here. Wait, Katie's still working. She's working on the anagram side of it.
How do you spell Boney?
Bony.
Bald?
Bald. Bald. Boney. Bony. Let's play a little more since people are thinking. It's a nice song. All right.
Don't know it.
Gonna time you out. Oh, no. Time's up. We're looking for Bob Dylan.
Ah.
I was going to get that.
I had Bob.
I had Bland Boy or Knobby Lad.
I'd not be lad.
Bland
Those
Boy.
are pretty good. Oops. Sorry. The next one just started on its own.
No,
here.
no, no,
Oh,
no,
boy.
no.
Okay.
400.
400. This is Change by the anagram
It's
is
okay.
Weird Dower Cornea.
Oh.
Mike.
Mike.
Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood is correct.
Or
Hmm.
as my kids call her, Carrie Underwear.
I've heard it both ways.
500. Keep
All
the
right.
change.
500 on Keep the Change, you filthy animal.
Dinosaur.
This is Waiting on the World to Change by, this is probably my favorite anagram, Enjoy Harm.
Andy.
Andy.
John Mayer.
John Mayer. Very nicely done. All right. One category left.
Is John Mayer young or old?
Young.
Hmm.
Ish.
Not as young as he used to be.
Oh,
Is anyone these days?
Andy's crushing, by the way, if anyone was wondering.
I mean,
Scored?
it's
Yeah, Katie's got 1,400. Mike's got 2,500. Andy's got 4,000 points.
Wow, but he's not out of reach yet.
Yeah, no, it's not over yet. This is my house, and I have to defend it.
All right, these are
100.
home underdog wins.
Home
in
underdog.
sports.
Home underdog.
So I'm going to need the name of the team involved. All right.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
100. In 2013, this team upset their playoff opponent with the crowd noise reaching over 137 decibels at CenturyLink
Katie.
Field. Katie.
Seahawks.
The Seattle
Yeah.
Seahawks. Just for a note, a jet flying overhead at a flight of 100 feet is 140 decibels. So it was almost at that level.
Was that the Saints game?
Yeah, the Beast Quake.
Yeah.
All right. KD.
200.
In 2011, this team with Kyle Orton at QB and
Andy.
Andy.
Chicago Bears.
That is incorrect.
Mike,
Mike.
Denver Broncos.
That is incorrect.
Let's go.
Oh,
KD, would you
no.
like to hear the rest of the clue?
Yeah.
And Kyle Orton at QB and Romeo Crennel as head coach ended the Packers' bid for an undefeated season at 11-0, successfully defending Arrowhead Stadium.
I'll go with the Chiefs.
That is correct. The Chiefs.
That's great, but who are the chefs?
Nice. 300.
300. In 2007, this team, as an 8 seed, upset the top-seeded Dallas Mavericks, successfully defending Oracle Arena.
Kitty.
KD,
The Warriors.
the Warriors is correct. Golden State Warriors.
Monty Ellis and
How did
Baron
that-
Davis.
How did that guy own? He owned Oracle and then paid himself for the naming rights. There should be something against that. Like Steve Ellis, didn't he own the Oracle?
Larry Ellison.
Steve, oh yeah, he's mixed that up.
It's all,
We've had an anagram about that before.
400.
In 2012, this team, as an 8 seed, upset the top-seeded Chicago Bulls, successfully defending Wells Fargo Center and probably making Rocky proud.
Kitty.
KD,
The 76ers.
the 76ers is correct. Philadelphia
Whoa,
76ers.
Rocky? Oh,
You've never seen a Rocky movie, have you?
I was thinking that was their
one, I think.
mascot, and I'm like, the Colorado Rockies, but okay.
500.
In 1995, this team, as a 5 seed, took down the mighty top-seeded Detroit Red Wings, successfully defending Brendan Bryan Arena in East Rutherford.
Kitty.
Andy,
New Jersey Devils.
that is correct. That was a
You
big one.
said flying, and I was thinking ducks, I think.
600.
In 2006, this team, as an 8 seed, took down the mighty top-seeded Detroit Red Wings, successfully defending Northlands Coliseum in Alberta.
Kitty.
KD,
Here we go, guys. You ready?
Yeah.
You said Northlands Coliseum?
He said Alberta.
Yeah. Let's go with the Flames.
that is incorrect.
Do I guess? What's the scores?
Dang it, no.
Katie's got 1,800. I've got
I did
2,300.
so
You've
much
got
sweepage
4,300.
on this
Oh,
category.
yeah, no way. I'm not going to guess. I don't know geography, but I know Canadian teams. What you said, Alberta?
Northlands Coliseum in Alberta.
Northlands Coliseum. Okay, so it's not the Canadians. It could be the Winnipeg Jets. It could be the Vancouver Canucks.
Mike,
Jets.
that is incorrect. Jets.
My
Jets,
eyes.
Jets.
If I saw you starting to buzz in, I would have told you not to.
Am I missing a Canadian team in there?
Well, you are morally obligated to guess at this point.
Guess you have to go with the Canucks.
Am I missing one? Winnipeg, Alberta, Canadian. I don't think Canadian. That's in Quebec, which is
Which is the same thing. As
But I don't think
Alberta,
that they. What year did you say?
2006. In
Ooh, they
2006,
could have been in the Coliseum then, maybe. Sure, Andy.
Andy,
Canucks.
that is incorrect.
It's the Oilers.
The Edmonton Oilers.
Edmonton Oilers.
Everybody loses 600 points.
Missed them.
All right, we're going into Final Jeopardy. Mike, what are
Wow.
our scores?
Dang it. I should have just kept.
Wow.
Mike's got 1,700. Katie's got 1,800. Andy's got 3,700.
Okay.
Wait, is he uncatchable? He's uncatchable.
No.
Yeah.
What do you have? 17? Oh.
Don't tell him.
18?
All right, Mike, since Home Alone.
I cannot believe Andy buzzed in on East Rutherford before I did.
since Home Alone is in part about the triumph of the underdog, Mike, you are the underdog going into Final Jeopardy, so you
Yes.
get to pick your Final Jeopardy category.
Ooh.
There's a question for each of these. They are Keep the Change, You Filthy Animal, Part 2. There's Look What You Did, You Little Jerk.
Yes.
Or there's Fuller, Go Easy on the Pepsi.
I think I'm morally obligated to choose Look What You Did, You Little
You
Jerk.
were calling for that as a category earlier. So, all right. The category is Look What You Did, You Little Jerk. So everybody can make their wagers. All right. Andy's got his in. All right. Got it. Okay. All right. Here we go. The question is, as far as historians can tell, it is a myth that Mrs. O'Leary's cow was responsible for the 1871 fire that destroyed much of this city. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Really glad I was uncatchable because I don't know if I would have risked a lot. But I definitely knew this one.
All right.
And I had a
It's
50-50 shot on Oilers and Flames.
so close. All right. Let's see. Okay, so Mike, you were in last. You said Chicago. Katie said Chicago, and Andy said Chicago. Everybody got
Maine.
it correct.
Ha!
Katie and Mike double their scores, but it's just not quite enough.
Nope.
Katie ends up with 3,600. Mike ends
Everyone
up with
loves a good underdog story where they just fail to, pass the first place guy.
Bad news bears.
3,400. And Andy ends with 3,701. Nicely done, Andy.
Oh, appreciate it.
Did you win both episodes?
No, not even close.
No, remember, Mike came back to win the other one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think
And I
yeah.
won the pub quiz,
Yeah.
so almost everybody won something tonight.
Except for me.
Oh, wow.
So I said almost everybody.
That is most.
Well, thank you, Matthew.
You're welcome.
It was indeed Christmas themed. In fact, in my house, Home Alone is much more of a Christmas tradition than Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
For sure.
Um,
What about Elf?
I hate elves.
so
You don't like Elf?
My family is kind of an elf-hating family.
Okay. I mean, we don't watch it.
Sorry,
either,
Legolas.
but it's a funny movie.
It's not going to be a popular take with Hudson and Ryan.
Uh-oh.
They love Elf.
Uh-oh.
They seem like they love elf.
Oh, eat
Oh,
that,
wow.
you two.
They're going to tell you that you smell like beef and cheese and you sit on a throne of lies.
Do you like elf?
The movie has some good lines, but I'm not going to go watch it again. I just like the quotes.
You never watch anything twice, though,
Well,
do you?
it's pretty rare. Mission Impossible is one of the few exceptions. Jurassic Park is one of the few exceptions. But
What's
yeah,
what's the
there aren't
action
very
movie
many
they always joke is like a Christmas movie?
movies. Oh, Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Do you agree with me, though, on the Jurassic Park?
Like about what's your take?
It's just they reuse the same ideas every time. It never works. All right. So listeners, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you and all that you do. Please check us out on the Guest Room Pod. No, don't check us out there. Check us out at patreon.com/the Guest Room Podcast. Remember that we played the secret phrase game during this episode. So if you think you know who slipped it in and what they said, please send your guess to the Guest Room Podcast at gmail.com with SBG and the episode number in the subject line. Now let's listen to a secret phrase from another day.
Window.
Hey guys,
Bueno.
how you doing?
Bueno.
We played the secret phrase game last time, and who was it that said the secret phrase?
It was Mr. Hot Take himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
That
me.
wasn't the secret phrase though.
Yeah, it was me. Lent and Kwanzaa seem inferior to
Mm-hmm.
And how'd you finish that?
How'd you finish that?
Christmas.
Wow.
But I said that's what I was going to say because I was upset about Matthew's questions. On this
And then you
Christmas
said,
board.
and it's definitely right.
Yeah.
You said,
That
now
they-
I'm sure about
Now
it.
I'm sure that they are inferior to Christmas because I started to get stuff right. What? New?
Well,
No.
eh. Were you going sound by sound or letter by letter?
I got lost after the D.
Yeah, you got last.
And more than one thing.
Wow.
It's like
Oh, man.
like you certainly did. You go and you wagered for it. You certainly did.
All right. Well, that's been our podcast. Thanks for listening. For all of us here at the Guest Room Podcast, for Matthew, for KD, for Andy, and for the guy who spared no expense, I'm Mike. And as always,